How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey everybody, welcome to Night of the Living podcast.
You can't hey y'all and hey everybody. Gotta stick with one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too many words.
Hey.
What's happening?
So we're gonna kick off Fame month today.
We're gonna live forever.
I should stop calling it month because really it's not like the beginning or the end of a month.
It's just a string of
it's
shows.
It's just the
it comes
series.
in and out like the tide.
Yeah, Fame, our podcast series on Fame.
Mm-hmm. Fame, you got to say exclamation point too.
Fame!
The horror of fame.
I'm Freddy. That's Amy.
Yep.
That's Andy.
Hi.
That there's Mikey B.
I'm Mikey B.
And there's Kelley.
Duh.
Hey there, Kelley.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hey there, Kelley.
Hey.
Oh, hey there, guys.
It's not a podcast unless we get a hey there.
Hey there, guys.
Hey there.
It's good to be here, yeah.
It makes me happy.
So Amy will be reviewing Sequence Break.
Sure.
Sequence break.
It's about this guy, and he's putting together a bunch of dominoes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden he's like, shit, I forgot one.
Yeah, whoopsie daisy the movie. And it's going to be coming up for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette, our main attraction to kick off Fame series of podcasts is the Neon Demon.
The Neon Demon.
The Neon Demon.
Boy.
It has to rhyme.
Neon Demon. Is this too much this early in the morning?
No.
Never.
It's 11:18 in the morning.
I want some more.
All right, s'mores. Speaking of s'mores, we had a nice fire last night. I got to see Mission Impossible Rogue Nation finally.
Oh my gosh, finally.
Finally!
How was it?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
I like the Mission Impossible movie.
Had you seen
I've
this
not
one?
seen Rogue Nation.
Yeah, it took me a while to get around to it.
I think I've seen the first two, and then I saw the one that came out 1 or 2 years ago.
Which is Rogue Nation.
Ghost Protocol, maybe?
Oh, that was Rogue Nation?
Yeah, that came out in 15.
Oh, then I have seen that. I did like it.
Yeah.
That's the one where he's in the water tank?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. Yep. I did see that, and I did like that.
It was kick-ass.
Ghost Protocol is one I haven't seen.
And then we're going to see Fallout after the show.
Is Ghost Protocol one with Philip Seymour Hoffman?
That was 3, I think?
Why are you looking at me?
I think that was 3.
All right, I haven't seen that one
Is that
either.
the one
Ooh, that's really good. That's one Brad Bird directed.
That's the one that Kerry Russell with eyes went crazy, right?
Yeah.
I thought Brad Bird directed
Pew!
Ghost Protocol.
No,
I
he
think that's my
did
favorite one.
4.
He may have done more than one.
I'm going to kill myself.
Anywho.
Welcome to Mission Impossible Cast.
Yeah. Patrons, thank you so much. I just updated our Patreon page, patreon.com/NOTLP. I updated all our opening letter and some of the details of the tiers, and we're going to be kicking up our release schedule per patron demand.
I get it. We've been a little lax, but I would like to say I'm sorry that people keep dying in my life. How rude.
How rude. But
How rude.
the good news is...
Listen, it's not my fault. I've recorded 4 or 5 episodes of earbuds.
Have you really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was making a joke because I keep saying I'm going to.
You're going to make earbuds. And then someone beat you to it and stole your podcast name.
Did they?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Who?
Who was it, Amy? Weren't you the one who told me about that?
No, there's a documentary called Earbuds
Oh, well, that does that.
about
maybe you're all
podcasting.
right.
That's about podcasting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're still good, but you need to move on that before someone beats you to it. It's a good name.
Oh, well.
Here said
good name.
TM, right?
Are they going to think that I copied off of their documentary now?
I don't know what they're going
I
to
don't
think.
know. No, just stick with it. It's the best name.
It is the best name.
Mm.
What a bunch of fucking assholes.
Just call it Music Friends.
I feel like WTF in my pants.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah.
released Origins, the Werewolf Contingency Plan.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
a
now
fun
you're gonna be
episode.
safe.
That was a fun episode.
We were rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really fun.
Was that also the werewolf, like the full werewolf episode?
No, the werewolf episode was different. It was his own thing.
Origins being the first 74 episodes of this here podcast, which are not available on the internet, so we're releasing them to patrons.
What movies did we do for that episode?
Well, it was back before we really had a lot of structure.
Yeah, I remember.
And honestly,
that's why we
I don't
all did
remember
like
exactly what it was.
everybody did their own movie. Like,
It was just a hot mess.
There were like 15 movies a show. It was
Yeah.
too much.
But it was really fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies.
And yeah, so yeah, like Amy was saying, we go through and scrub them and then record a new intro commenting on how ridiculous we were 10 years ago.
Groundbreaking, you mean?
12 years ago. Ooh,
Gotta
time
check
keeps on moving.
So do we have to like go through each episode and find things to scrub out?
I think he's just saying we just go through and listen.
You just
so
listen
you make
to
sure
it?
you know the things you have to apologize for.
Yeah, this is the housekeeping.
I apologize for nothing.
So,
I know.
my buddies here have volunteered to listen to just so I can up the release schedule. We're all going to kind of break up those first 74 episodes, listen to them, see how awful we were, and if there's anything someone's super embarrassed about, I can cut it out for them.
This is a very difficult task for me because I hate listening to old episodes.
Yeah, me too.
I hate them.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
It's cringy.
This is interesting for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird to listen to them, and it's a little bit hard. But for me, it's not because it's cringy. I don't give a shit about that. But they're so rambly.
I know.
Then long that like I start to
2.5
lose
hours.
interest.
Yeah. Like seriously, people, like that's too long for a podcast. We were fucking up.
And back then, we had to turn off the air conditioning because we recorded out there.
Oh, that's right. We recorded in the dining
Yeah.
room.
I mean, you guys all loved it, but
It got hot, folks.
I
and-
didn't.
and
no,
stinky.
not
Oh,
you
the
guys.
listeners.
They all,
Yeah.
loved it.
I just think
I thought you
have-
meant being hot.
There's so many podcasts now. You need to be able to. I can't take up all your time.
Get in and out.
Yeah.
Do the old in and out. But that's why it's hard for me to listen to them. They're just long and rambly.
Long and hard.
They're long and hard, and everybody's talking at once.
Oh god.
And fucking those guys. And I'm just like-
Meanies.
And it's not even the mean. It's just like, God, shut the fuck up
And the-
already.
and the quality
Jesus,
is not
you're
the best
that funny.
either.
No.
You know what's funny though is sometimes we would nail it, and I don't know what we did to get the sound quality. Like we were recording on literally half of the shit was broken.
Yeah, sometimes it sounds like we were recording while we were skydiving or something.
I did like all the sound effects and little extra things that we did.
That was half the show.
I did like all
Those
of that.
were kind of fun. Yeah,
I think Freddie.
it was more of a morning zoo back then.
when I came home Wednesday, Freddie was recording Horror Hound Radio, which a new episode should be coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
And as Aaron and Jason are leaving, Aaron's like, and Freddie, I think you were annoying Jason with all those sound effects. And I was like, oh, Freddie, did you get to do your sound effects again and annoy somebody?
I said I think I was annoying. Dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So apparently the new episode of
why I
Horror
did
Hound
it.
Radio is going to feature Freddie on the soundboard again.
No, not as much as you
Not
think.
as much?
Just a little bit.
I love all the sound effects and all the extra little things we did. All
Yeah.
the like pulling like dialogue out of movies and shit.
There you go, Amy.
I miss that.
I came into the show like about after the first 100 episodes, and I still remember some sound effects. So when did those actually start to fade out?
The more I get yelled at for doing it.
Okay.
And then once I'm in charge of the computer and the editing and all that, I don't have time
But
for
that
that
didn't
shit.
happen like
She won't do it.
that was like
This ain't the
is that
morning
6
zoo.
or 7 years ago.
Probably.
Yeah.
Been a while.
So when did we get good, if ever?
I don't know.
We're still a work in
on it.
progress.
Oh, we started off good. But
Progress,
Did
not
we?
perfection. But that's all we have to say about that.
Yeah, Night of the Comic will be returning with Mikey B's recap of San Diego Comic-Con.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
believe
back
it?
from that.
Mikey
Yeah.
B went to San Diego
I
Comic
did.
Con.
I was at San Diego Comic Con. It was an awesome time.
Great pictures.
San Diego.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
I enjoyed all of them.
I'm
How many
glad
Ron
they did.
Burgundies are there any one year?
How many Ron Burgundies?
Aren't there
Yeah.
How many
Ron's-
Ron
Ron's
Burgundies has
Burgundy?
faked?
Ron
Change a light
Burgundy.
bulb.
Yeah.
Like, because
There
there's
were-
at
Juan
least got to be
Burgundy?
2 or 3 walking around.
There were at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a Juan Burgundy
Yeah? Well, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you should do that.
or a Lon Burgundy Jr.
Those
It's
seem
like
to be
a
the
werewolf
most-
dressed up like Ron Burgundy.
I love mashups.
The thing,
That's a great idea.
I think this is like my 10th or 11th year of San Diego Comic Cons, and I will tell you, seeing a lot of costumes and some fantastic ones, it's
Yeah.
the spin-offs that people
Right.
appreciate the most.
What did you note any favorites?
There's a Leisure Suit Boba Fett that I really like.
Nice.
There was a African American slave Leia that had a political commentary.
Yeah.
It was
For you,
heavy,
girl.
but it was done really well.
Put it
Yeah.
in their faces.
Yeah.
Wake us up.
Yeah, there were. Yeah.
Was
There
it
were
also
some-
sexy though too? Like
No.
no.
You're not. I don't know that you're allowed to have an opinion.
Oh.
That's the thing. That was
Take
the thing
your
of-
male gaze, okay?
Yeah.
And shove it up your own asshole.
But
Somebody
I
say
always-
male gaze.
No one
Hello?
ever wants to say that to me.
Oh, except for my male gaze.
My
This show
favorites
is
though.
2/5 male gaze.
The Rick and Morty podcast is seeing or not podcast, Rick and Morty panel. They this was last year. They had a whole bunch of Pickle Ricks, which was just a bunch of guys in spandex costumes coming up and
dear.
asking questions to the panel.
That's
So
Oh
really
my.
funny
it
and
was
kind of charming.
it was, but they weren't hiding much in their
Oh.
little
Oh,
Mr.
That's
Well,
what
they
you
were
could see the
Mr. Mixies.
Pickle Ricks were showing off their Pickle Ricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pickle Ricks and Mr. Mixies.
it's not just a clever name.
That tickles my pickle.
Yeah.
Also coming to the Patreon feed, Late to the Party, released late.
Real late.
Andy's show where he curmudgeonly refuses to watch anything when people are saying it's good until
No.
later.
Hold the phone.
Okay.
Oh,
La, la, la.
can you hold this phone?
The premise of the show is just seeing things later than when they were released.
Do you
or
admit that
coming in-
some of it is because you're like, everybody keeps talking about how great this is. It can't be that great.
No, I should change the name to the show. I can't watch everything because
that's
I can't
true.
watch everything.
Yeah.
And we are in peak TV.
I like Late to the Party, though, as a title, and I like Late to the Party as a concept. Andy, you're a genius.
I'm going to do
but-
the Irish Goodbye podcast.
We recorded this before. It's a Stranger Things one,
Yeah.
where I watched season 1, and we recorded it right before season 2 was released.
Is that right?
Yeah, because
So it's been a while.
I was gearing up for season 2,
Yeah.
and I was.
Have you watched season 2?
No.
Okay, so we're fine. It's fine.
So I'm
Everything's
gonna
fine.
So you hear the episode where I cover Stranger Things season 2
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah,
Yep. And I
Season
was
3.
after season 3.
I thought it was the good time to release it because it was the same week they released the teaser trailer for season 3, which is really cool. Where they are at the mall. The what's the name of the town? Ricketts or
Hawkins.
Hawkins?
Sprockets?
Rickets?
Eastpeck.
East Peck, yeah.
They
What is rickets? Is that the way you don't get enough sunlight?
something like that.
It's something like scurvy. It's in that same family,
You know,
right?
it's one of those funny diseases that very
Nobody
few
gets.
people get anymore, but it's fun to make
Wow,
fun
there
of.
should be
Only in the third world,
Somebody should
though.
go pickle rickets.
Pickle
Pickle Ricketts.
Oh, it's
I
just a
like it.
sick guy.
It's a sick pickle.
Buddy
Yeah.
Holly and the Ricketts.
That's one sick
I like
pickle.
that. So
So that's coming soon.
yes.
Yeah, all right.
That'll be out Tuesday morning, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep track
July
of everything.
31st,
So
2018.
that's Patreon right now.
Yeah.
It's hopefully we will maintain this level of awesomeness.
I don't know.
What
else you got
It's pretty
for us?
fantastic. If you'd like to be a patron, patreon.com/NOTLP. We appreciate it. Kelly's working on the teas.
Yes, I have a great idea
Crossing his
that I've
T's.
had for a while.
Done his
I'm lying about that part. I just came up with it yesterday.
I have had some interest shown about the Crest teas again too.
Yeah?
I really love the Crest.
That's so
tea.
funny. Again, we were just talking about that last night.
Yeah.
I
About the-
remarked to Elise, and I said the crest design that I did was so good.
Yeah.
I prefer the Colgate design.
Cool story, bro.
Mm-hmm. It was a cool story.
I prefer
Thank you.
Oral
9 out of 10 dentist
B.
agree. Your
Crest-
crest design was great.
Some crusty crusties.
So maybe we'll
Thank
resurrect
you,
the Crest
dentist.
tea as something you can buy or something.
Successful high five.
We failed the first time.
I feel like that's most of the housekeeping, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Announcement I haven't made on this show, but I did on the Patreon feed. Andy, Amy, and myself are going to Pasadena, California, October 12th for the Halloween 40 event.
Oh, I thought you were going for the Big Bang Theory convention.
We're going for the Big Bang Theory convention.
Oh my God, is that the same weekend?
Bazinga! Halloween 40th anniversary of Halloween, John Carpenter's classic slasher film that started the craze of people stabbing people with knives.
Freddie is very verbose
I know.
today. Get to the point.
Bloomhouse and
Yes.
Horror Hound present
Yes.
Halloween 40. Halloween40.com for details. Please come and see us. If you're on the West Coast and we've never met you, we'd love to say hi.
I'm so excited about going to this event. However, then I'm going to Disneyland, bitches.
Yeah, we're staying in California 2 extra days so we can go to Disneyland.
Whatever. No big deal.
Don't worry, you're not paying for that, patrons.
Unless you want to. Anyway, go on.
It's like, don't you want to see like updates from Disneyland people? Come on, give us money.
Yeah.
Give me Dole Whip money, bitch.
I'll send nudes.
Oh my God, he would
Oh,
too.
jeez.
Of
Andy
other
will
people.
literally horror himself. For that.
NEWDS.
From Disneyland, nudes from Disneyland.
Look, I ain't got no
Yeah.
dignity.
No, I prefer NYEWDS.
I'd send nudes too.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't say which nudes are going to be.
Oh, you're just gonna send random news.
They're gonna be the surreptitious ones that he took
Tasteful.
with Freddie.
Oh no, I hate
So not
surreptitious.
They were tasteful though.
I'm just going to draw some nudes. Very poorly drawn because I'm not a good drawer. So
Yes.
You're just gonna send pictures of different Renaissance paintings.
you like stick figures with boobs?
Yes.
I love those. I think they're hilarious.
You like stick figures with a lot of hair down there?
A lot of hair.
A lot of it.
Hey,
This looks like
Freddie,
a bird's nest.
you made us watch a trailer.
Oh yeah, that was like the whole reason I wanted everybody to see it so we could talk about it.
Hey, Amy, how many times have you and I seen it now?
She's seen it.
I've
Like,
seen this trailer 58 times.
no, you haven't.
Yes,
You've
I
seen
have.
it twice.
Okay.
No.
Here's what
3
happened.
times at most.
5.
He had us over yesterday. I get there first. He shows me the trailer.
I'd already seen it before, so that was
That-
2.
Yeah, that was 2 for
It was
Amy.
1 for me, 2 for Amy. Then our friend Jason gets there.
Fozzie came. That's
So that's 3 for Amy, 2 for me.
Yeah.
Then Mike
Mike.
and Kelly come.
oh yeah.
I'd
and-
seen it
No,
once,
yeah.
but on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciated seeing it
5.
on the
it'll be
big
2 for
TV
you,
screen.
be 3 for me, and 5 for Amy.
5.
All right. Amy
5,
has seen
yeah.
the trailer 5 times. That means I've seen it 6 times.
I've seen it 4 times.
I saw it once.
I've seen it twice.
It looks fun. It's called Overlord. J.J. Abrams produces.
Yeah, this is one
J.J.
of the,
Abrams.
this is one of
J.J.
the Comic-Con trailers is why
Yeah.
I bring it up. And of all the trailers I saw from Comic-Con, this one excited me the most.
So the first time Freddie brought it up to Andy, he goes, "Oh, have you seen the trailer for Overlord?" And Andy's like, "What's that?" And Freddie's like, "Oh, it's like this World War II like movie." And Andy goes, "Buh."
Andy hates World War II.
Wasn't there an Operation Overlord?
I don't know. People have said, and I must be out of touch. Somebody said, "Is Overlord a video game?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it
It looks like a video
Is this
game.
based on a video game?
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
I designed the logo for the band Overlord
I remember Overlord. They were a metal
Yeah,
band.
they were the big band in Coleraine, right?
until Pike came along.
Yeah.
Dethroned them.
That was Kelly's.
Yeah.
Shit.
So anyway, the movie. Andy's like, "Ugh," and I'm like, "No, Andy. It's like World War II. They go to France
I
and they
don't like
encounter
I don't like war movies.
Nazi monster zombies."
Think Frankenstein's Army, but better.
It looks cool. I'm in, of course.
Yeah,
That's totally my jam right
Nazi
there.
experiments creating some sort, and it also has like a very like the effects are very inspired, I think, by like The Thing and Reanimator.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like nods to.
There's a lot of atmosphere too. It looks
Yeah.
What was
And-
that video game where you're is like POV?
You talking about Doom or Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's what reminds
Wolfenstein.
me of
That
that.
was a
Yeah.
great
It does
game.
remind me of Wolfenstein.
And there's a new new Wolfenstein just came out, and people are loving it.
Mm.
Those
I'm
are fun
loving
games.
it.
You
Is it still
used to
like
have
P-
to
is this-
find those hidden doors in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still POV?
HPV.
HPV?
Yeah, it's still a first-person shooter.
Yeah,
isn't
well,
it?
yeah, but I'm not sure what perspective.
Get your kids vaccinated.
Against POV.
Kelly, have you
It's a
seen
s-
the new Godzilla trailer?
Okay.
I just wanted to hear your.
Have I seen it?
Okay.
I'm not sure I feel about it. I mean, of course I'm going to see it, but
Wait, I want you to stop what you're doing
Because he's about to ruin.
before you say something that you regret.
I want us to remain friends, so I will zip it.
Oh, Amy,
This trailer-
Can you tell me what you're going to say?
No.
I've watched it
Can you tell
like
me after the
9
show?
times.
Nine times.
Nine
Nine times.
It gets
Oh my.
better every time.
Does it get better?
It gets better every time. What is that? It's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Mhm. It keeps getting better.
Keeps
every
getting
time.
funnier.
Every time I see
Funnier.
it,
I see it.
yeah.
Every time
Okay,
I see
so
it.
is this like a sequel to the one with,
Yes.
you know,
That's why it has
Bryan
Monarch
Cranston.
in it.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in it?
And Bryan Cranston.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that. But it's basically like the movie Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's got Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Godzilla,
And 11.
and
Mrs. Bates.
comes to, yeah, that's right, Mrs. Bates.
Oh yeah, Vera.
Kylo Ren
Kylo Ren's in there.
shows up. Captain America.
I know you're a giant lizard, but I need you to. I just need you to tear this thing apart. With me.
Why won't you just do what I want you to do?
That's very
Just-
Buffalo Bill.
Just do what I'm a barrel-chested person.
She a great big fat Jedi.
They do have similar ways of talking.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's done that. But Mike,
Put the saber in the droid hole.
in the droid hole.
The droid hole.
The droid hole.
Give it to my. Don't hurt my droid. Don't make me hurt your droid. Don't you make me hurt your droid.
He's hurt real bad, mister.
To answer your question, I'm so fucking balls excited.
Yeah.
And I wanted to again encourage everyone to
Pressure.
get as balls excited as I am.
Yeah.
Put it in the
I'm
bucket.
there opening day. Don't worry.
It looks outrageously good.
I'll wait for the next trailer.
The,
What don't you like
maybe I wasn't in a good mood that day. I don't know.
There's not. I mean, it is still technically a teaser trailer, so
Right,
you're not going to
exactly.
see.
So I need to see more.
But they gave you a lot for a teaser trailer.
Sure teased you.
Did you? What did you feel?
Well, they it was funny because I was in the Hall H for that trailer when they had the cast in 11 and all the people were there, and they did this huge production for the trailer because they did the screen. Warner Brothers has this thing where they actually take the screen and wrap it all the way around the entire hall for that opening trailer for Godzilla.
Oh, it's
someone
like Circle Vision.
may have interpreted that as them taking like a screen down and wrapping everyone in it.
They did. They wrapped us in screen. And they
And
also
you couldn't get away, so you had to watch the trailer.
They also they gave us like these little we gave us bracelets to wear, and they interacted with the trailer. So like all of our bracelets were flashing colors as the new monsters came up on the screen, which was awesome. All of that was really great. The cast is all sitting there and they're clapping, and so you can see them sitting on the floor. But the only thing I could think of was when they were showing those new monsters. It's like, Kelly's gonna love this.
I
shit.
fucking jizzed my pants
Wow.
That's what I wanted to hear.
every single time I watched it. And what was great too was
Just 9 times.
9 times.
Oh my.
because at first they released a different teaser, and it was just 11 at
Here's a Rumple teaser.
yes, and it was just her at like
That's a cat's joke.
it was just like it was her at this weird little like shortwave radio trying to communicate with people, and I thought that was going to be the teaser, because the teaser they released for the first one didn't give very much away either. And I was like, that's cool, I guess I can wait. And then like I was surprised because I heard somebody else say that the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer was amazing. I was like, well, it was cool, I guess, but it wasn't. So I went back to watch it again, and it was the one they and I was like,
Yeah.
and then I jizzed.
So
Okay.
another question. Is this the same universe as the King Kong?
Yes.
Skull Island?
Yeah, it's all the Monarch shared universe.
Because I remember the spoiler alert, the little tag at the end
Yeah.
where, they...
Well, they show that, that in where they show the Titans.
Yeah,
like,
the pictures. The,
I forgot
yeah,
all
the
about
pictographs.
that.
Yeah, well, they show that in this trailer. So,
Yeah.
So Kong technically will be one of these Titans, like in the next movie after this. He has to grow more.
What about Ultraman? When is he turning up?
you broke Kelly.
4 movies from now,
Yeah.
He's still
Pregnant
when
pause.
Gamera and Baragon show up.
And
we
Rita
turn Kelly off and on.
Repulsa.
Blue on Kelly.
Now, is the Power Rangers movie part of this universe, or is that its own separate thing?
Oh, it's
Underrated, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
I
Nope.
I'm not a Power Rangers person.
it's not at all part of this universe.
And let me just tell you,
No.
right.
Lemon.
Power Rangers movie was pretty fun. I thought
You said you liked it.
I thought it was gonna be hot
9
garbage.
times.
9 times. It was a pretty fun movie. I
Yeah.
love Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa, and that's old news.
All right. Anything
But I just
else?
saw it, so
I didn't know she was in it.
yeah, she's Rita
Oh,
Repulsa.
you should have started with that.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
It's fun.
I
You
like
should
her.
watch it. It's surprisingly good. It you feel like it should just be complete and total shit,
Mm-hmm.
but it turns out to be pretty damn fun.
Glad to hear that.
I can't wait for about 15 years when one of them does gay porn.
Well, I don't know. If
Didn't
you have
one
to
of the
wait that
original
long.
one people do gay porn or something?
They've done everything
You ever
and
had to pay
committed
rent?
most
They do
crimes.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have to? You got a car payment due? You know?
Mhm.
Shut up. Anything else before we move on? Just a small, minor political note. I am a James Gunn supporter.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
me
think
too.
He got did dirty.
Oh, he got shafted hardcore. I was saying, if anybody ever went back through and looked for shit I said,
Which is why
Disney would not hire me.
we will never release any of these episodes
I don't give a fuck.
without listening to them first and seeing who's going to try to get me fired.
I don't ever expect Disney to hire me, so
Yeah.
I don't care.
So, yeah, I
did
should
dirty.
say we need to get to a point where
Well, I'm a double minority, so I'm like Teflon.
No,
Yeah.
he's like my shield against.
maybe a joke can be a joke is a joke. A joke is
Yeah.
a joke is a joke.
You might not think it's funny.
And it may hurt your feelings, and it may be really mean, and it might just be an awful thing. But, you know,
But he gave us Guardians
Wha-
1
what?
and 2.
life is complex.
Come on, guys.
And Slither and Dawn of the Dead and the Scooby Doo movie.
And also, he fights for right.
Romeo and Juliet, and he is a good person, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Well, even if he wasn't a good person,
It would still
Yeah.
not matter. But
You don't have
here's
to
the
be
thing.
perfect
Here's
in this
the
world.
thing about jokes is they're so important to keeping us from going insane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And jokes about some of the worst shit in the world, no matter if you're an asshole making that joke
That
or even a
Expendables tweet
monster
was
making
funny.
that joke, like it doesn't matter because I think you just draw a line in the sand where you're like, intent and sincerity matter, and like if you honestly believe somebody is saying something from a place of like hate and evil or whatever, that's one thing, but a joke is a joke is a joke.
Also, so what we have to decide as society is: are we going to live in a world where it's not cool to say anything that might upset someone, or are we not?
I consider myself very leftist, and we can be real harsh on speech, and
Which is
I-
ironic
I know.
because we
It is
were
ironic.
the
Exactly.
champions of free speech
And
for
I
so
think
long.
we need to, and of course, you know, myself as a white person in this world, I have a lot of privilege to say these things, and I certainly never want to hurt anybody's feelings. But you got to be fucking kidding me with some
Yeah.
of this shit.
Yeah, it's a tough old world. Toughen
Yeah.
up, everybody. Gets a lot harder than this.
Yes.
It gets a lot harder than jokes about being a pedo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pedo.
So-
Pedo.
And that fucking Expendables tweet was funny, and I will die on that hill.
I will say, people were talking about the tweets, and I was reading through them. A lot of them made me laugh.
I know.
Lloyd Kaufman going back and forth about being in NAMLA. I don't know if you saw that or not,
Yeah.
but it was real funny. I'll wait till after the show to repeat my favorite one to you guys.
Do we
Okay.
know for a fact, though? I mean, isn't this something that maybe with enough people speak up about, jokes are jokes, and we all need a laugh and maybe whatever, that he could come back to the film? Because I mean, they were going to bring John Lasseter back until more people came out and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, maybe not a great idea."
I don't know. All I know is that a lot of people, I see more often than not, people are on his side. Of course, I'm curating my own social media experience, and those people I have in my world tend to be cool. I don't know. Like, he's already he apologized for these tweets years ago, and it's not like it's anything new. And this fucking bullshit alt-right, disingenuous bullshit.
And do you know what the Cernovich, what he said?
Yeah,
on
about
Twitter?
date rape.
Yeah.
Isn't possible.
So
And that was not a joke.
Not
Yes.
only did he say it's not possible, he said try it and see if you can do it, because you can't. That's what he said. He said, "Have you ever tried to rape a girl without using force?"
He's like, well,
Try
I
it.
have.
These weird fucking people. This corner of the internet where they see pedophiles in every dark corner. There's something wrong with you fucking people.
A lot of people are like that. A lot of
Yeah.
old people are like
Weird.
real extra and overly concerned with pedophiles. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe it's because I don't have kids.
Well, I
don't
think
know
we
what it is.
wanna-
It's
Well,
I
weird.
have kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes what we like to do is we like to take things that we don't understand and compartmentalize it. So if something is on the outskirts, then we like to put words on it and words that scare everybody. So if we can take something that maybe isn't is uncomfortable or somebody that we don't like and put them into a box that we can make everybody not like them by saying pedophile or whatever.
Hillary
But
Clinton.
it's the
Yeah.
way they're politicizing it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
using it against people.
Yeah.
That's like they don't give a shit. They just using it this as a
Absolutely.
And you know what? Maybe Roseanne did think Valerie Jarrett was white. I don't know. Maybe she did.
I don't know, but The one mistake.
I still fuck Roseanne, but
You'd still fuck Roseanne?
no, I say I would still fuck her. Oh yeah. No, fuck her.
I get it. I mean, you know.
But maybe she did.
I understand benefit of the doubt too, and
But don't try to conflate the two. Those
No,
are
Roseanne had 1,000 other tweets
Yeah,
that were
right.
disgusting.
and I can tell the intent behind Roseanne's tweets and James Gunn's tweets.
right. Well, like when
Yeah.
you're trying to and the difference is like a lot of what Roseanne was doing was not a joke.
right.
Exactly.
You-
That's why
you know-
That was not a joke, yes. I know.
I mean, the parts of it where she talks about Planet of the Apes. Yes, that clearly is absurd. It's a jokey, but like
But it's housed within a real thought.
But yeah,
Right.
it is like again, this is evaluating intent. Yeah, like Andy was saying, like the intent of it is to incite racists
Yeah.
against the person.
You're right. I'm trying to be that person
No,
that...
here's the thing: the world is not all black and white. There's shades of gray. There's
Exactly.
50 shades of them,
Yeah, maybe even more.
and people would just need to, not to say like everything's bad or
Stop
everything's
canceling
good.
people.
You
Stop
need to like
labeling everybody problematic because we're
yeah.
all problematic.
Yeah, I know it's very difficult to do it like case by case basis, but sometimes you like we're coming to a point where you need to before we
Yeah.
go over
It's-
the edge.
It's very, as much as you're hearing the term witch hunt thrown around in regards to Trump and everything, the real witch hunt
Fuck
is
that motherfucker.
happening to individuals on social media. And it is so much like the Salem witch trials.
It's more like McCarthyism.
or McCarthyism. They're all the
Yeah.
same thing. It's
Yeah.
like you find something that everybody agrees is a problem. That's the key. You get everybody rallied around something that is unacceptable,
then
100% unacceptable.
and then start trying to find evidence of that where there is none.
Yeah.
To put them in that box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Or are we on our side fighting racists in every corner?
Well,
That's easier to do.
It's true.
I
No,
think
you're
that-
right.
Well,
There-
some of you
yeah,
are.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I mean, the reality of it is on if you go far enough on either end, you end up on the other side.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
but come on, but there are good and bad sides in this.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
as an individual, you've got to ask yourself when you're throwing somebody into one of these groups, or you're saying, "Goody, Roseanne's a witch," whatever you're saying. Why are you doing that? Like, what is your personal motivation for casting asparagus upon
Oh, I
my
had asparagus
aspersions?
last night, and it affected my pee.
Oh.
Yep.
I
I
love
love that.
you
that
have to
quote.
make that decision
Yeah.
though for yourself. It's like what Andy is saying. You have to judge the intent of the character. And you know what? Okay, so the tweets came back out again, but let me go to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'll make that decision on whether or not I buy a ticket because I thought his tweets were inappropriate or
Right.
whatever. Because clearly, I don't know.
Okay, and
we should be
also-
able to make our own choices.
Yeah, and we also have to let people make amends.
Yes.
We can't
That agreed. Nobody
can't-
wants to let anybody
We
make
can't
amends.
destroy lives over one mistake or even like big mistakes. We have to let people make mistakes. Otherwise, everybody is going to be canceled.
There was a time in my life I just shit my pants all the time. I don't do it anymore, but I'm always going to be a pants shitter. Now, mind you, I was like 6
right.
or 3 or whenever you shit your
Or
pants on a regular
14,
basis.
you know.
But
Am I forever going to be that? I learned how to not shit in my pants.
but again,
But you make preparations. Like you get your wipes, you get your bags.
Yeah.
part of the reason
you
why
get ready to shirt your pants constantly.
You wear
It's
wool
gross.
pants because they're thicker.
Yes.
part of the reason why I believe anxiety is an epidemic in our country and across our country is because we all believe that we have to be perfect. And with social media, we're being asked to have these perfect portrayals of our lives, and
Yeah.
I can be victim to that just as much as anybody else. But the reality of it is, it's our humanity that makes us interesting. It's the mistakes that we make. It's the scars that we have. That's what people want to see. And if somebody can come up and say, you know what, I thought this way, or I used to think this was funny, and now I understand it could be hurtful, that's a beautiful thing because that's
Right.
how we evolve as a people.
Yeah.
We grow from our mistakes,
Yeah.
and if we can't accept somebody's humanity,
But-
we're in trouble.
And I know. I just said like you let people make mistakes, but there are some mistakes you can't come back from.
Well, sure.
But I'm just saying, you need to just make some
Of course. There are
draw a
like
line somewhere.
well, yeah, you have to. I'm sure you.
Harvey
there's-
Weinstein can't
But
come
the
back.
thing is, like, if somebody can honestly devote themselves to being a better person, I think there's danger in drawing a line.
Well, that's just it, because there are some people who've never acknowledged their mistakes and who wanted to continue making them and keep it under the radar. That's what you're
Right.
talking about, Harvey Weinstein. And I'm not going to name any of the people I think should be given another chance because I don't want people to like lose their fucking shit. But there are some people who are like, yeah, that was not cool what I did. I'm
miss
really
Al
sorry.
Franken, I'll say it.
Yeah, well, I miss Louis C.K. and that's why I wasn't going to say, but I did it because I've got balls.
You did it.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
And, some people apologize for what they do and they realize they've made mistakes and they want to make amends. And, like, fucking let people make amends for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
He's not they're not Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein who wanted to continue to perpetrate crimes and clearly didn't think they did anything wrong. There's a difference. But before we move on, or before I stop talking and let someone else talk, I think the one practical place where Disney and James Gunn fucked up was that why didn't they hire a PA to go through his social media history and just delete shit?
You can't ever permanently delete anything.
It was a different time when they hired him.
And also, he had already, these things had come out.
No, I know.
As I'm saying, like,
I know.
The cancellation culture didn't happen back then. Like, people are digging that shit up from, like, everybody now.
I just feel like there could have been a time when, at any point since they hired him.
It almost makes me think there was something else going on.
Well, that's a lot of
"This
people
is
have
an
said that.
excuse."
Yeah, a lot of people have said that.
And it was, like, sudden, too.
It was, like within an
real
hour
quick.
of it coming out.
Yeah.
It was, like, within a couple hours of that guy fucking, like, putting that out there. And they were like, he's gone. Gonzo. But
now, if something comes out that James Gunn did something really atrocious or something, of course, and then, that's a different story. But I'm just saying, based on the story as I know it right now.
Right.
This one I think is the most dangerous because he didn't even do anything as far as everyone is aware.
Right.
He didn't even do anything.
I trust Jenna Fisher. She would not remain friends with her ex-husband if he was a bad person.
I just think that that's getting to a real dangerous place where now people are being, again, just like fucking cut off just for things they said. Not even things they did. Or actually think, because clearly I very much doubt that he would say all that if he really was a pedo.
Right.
That's not usually what they do.
Drawing attention to themselves.
So can we put the soapbox away now?
I think it's good.
I'm going to get some soap out of it real quick.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to what we came here to do. Let's talk about some movies. We'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Welcome back. Okay. This won't take long. For two reasons. One, I hated this movie, and two, I watched it last week, and I don't remember much. Mostly because I hated it.
It's a dumb title, right?
Yes.
Sequence break.
And I guess it refers to something with video games. I'm not going to lie. This movie... Ooh, this is like a double feature show of Amy hating movies.
This is on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Shudder.
Shudder.
It's a Shudder exclusive. Sequence break. Stars the two people from John Dies at the End. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase Williamson, and then I forget that chick's name. Sorry, it's very Italian. He's a guy that works at an arcade company. Like, they repair and sell the cabinets. Is that what they're called, Mike?
Yep. Cabinets.
Are those 80s type
Yeah.
Yeah.
big ones?
Yeah. Restoring, that's a big kind of thing right now.
And then she...
Oh, cabinets. Remember these are called milkshakes too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Rhode Island.
I only learned that from the show, from the early episodes.
I need more sourcing on that other than Wikipedia.
Okay.
But shut up, Freddy.
I'm gonna give a generous grant to the Cabinet Research Foundation.
Please
see what they
do.
can get for you.
Yeah, you
So
should do that.
She shows up to buy a game, and they start. The guy is kind of shy, and she's a little bit more outgoing. But it kind of seems like she came there just to kind of get him to go out with her, and I don't know how they... It doesn't matter. None of this matters. So what happens is they start dating or whatever, but then there's this mysterious machine, and then this weird guy that shows up. This is way more sci-fi than horror, but the main dude kind of gets into these trances with this game, and he has these like visions of very Cronenberg style game, like
So he
lever.
He like melts with the
So
game.
like
It was Existence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all like goopy and like squishy and and like body bits that he's using to play the game.
Guilty.
And he goes to hit the button, and his finger goes into it. And it's like
okay.
squishy,
And he
and
has
it
to
comes
finger
away.
it and rub it a little bit to get the game to work.
And like the inside of the game's all gloppy.
But if he rubs right on it, it doesn't work.
No.
And
It's
you gotta
like that,
like,
Yeah.
the new Nintendo Pudendum system.
yeah.
gross. And then like stuff happens, and like
Pudendo.
it's real.
I'm waiting for the Xbox pubis.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I don't know what happened in this movie.
So it's like a killer game.
Sort of, I guess. It just like draws you into it, and she gets sucked into the game, and he has to go find her. And then like everything's
This
fine at
is
the
always
end.
the
It was
stupidest
so
idea.
boring.
Wait,
it was
so
boring.
she gets sucked into the game.
Yeah, because he's like, don't play it. And she plays it, and she gloops into it, and then it's all
Okay.
gloppy. I don't know. It's real stupid.
It's like lots of gloops and glops.
Here's the problem.
To call back to somebody
Yeah.
from this show in our past, I liked it better when it was called Last Starfighter.
Yes.
Oh, except this one has like slime.
Last slime
More
fighter.
slime.
Yeah.
Slime fighter.
What was the Emilio Estevez movie?
Oh yeah, Nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah, where had a good video game segment.
Yeah,
in
it did. It really did.
I think it was called Overlord. Actually,
was it?
I think the video game might have been called Overlord.
Oh my god.
I'll find out.
So here's the thing. Movie, terrible.
It was called
the
Overboard,
two
where
main
you had
actors,
to
I like them.
kidnap.
You have your memory
someone.
back.
Was it like when they were inside the video game? Did it look like a real world inside the video game, or was it them inside of a video game, like Nightmare on Elm Street kind of stuff?
Oh no, it didn't, and then that even was like the last 10 minutes of the movie. Like it wasn't.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Missed opportunity.
I just really like those two actors, the chick and the guy.
I like the guy who directed this. He was in
Duck and the Chick.
Beyond. What was it called? Beyond the Gates or something.
Beyond the Gate, the board game movie.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the Graham Skipper.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Graham Skipper.
It's a
I just
sweet
didn't
name,
like it.
isn't
That's an
it?
adorable name.
It is.
I felt
He's an
like-
adorable dude.
The whole time I was watching it, I felt like Freddie, you would find more in it to enjoy than I did.
Really? Maybe I'll watch it.
I'm a very specific type of movie watcher. I'm stupid and shallow.
No.
You'll
you're
find
not
out more when we get to
stupid.
Neon
Now,
Demon.
I imagine it's very special effects heavy since it's like a video game.
Oh no, I
thing.
think it was pretty cheap.
I mean, that's what I'm asking is like how
The
were the
video
special
game looked
effects?
like, what was that game? Remember when we first got the Xbox and there was that one game with all the
Zuma?
like, no, with like the lasery type things.
Oh, Hexic? No.
Starts with a G.
Geometry Wars.
Yes, that's what this mysterious game sort of looked like. It was just lines.
But when they were inside the game, it didn't look like that.
I can't remember.
Okay. I mean,
Bishop
that's
of-
my
it was
favorite
called-
part of those kind of movies.
I had a
The
rough
game he
weekend.
played in that movie was called Bishop of Battle. I don't know why I
Oh.
thought it might have been Overlord.
Because you're stupid.
Remember
I love
Battle
you.
Chess? That's a fucking great game.
I love Battle Chess.
Man,
There was
me
a Star
too.
Wars edition of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All over myself.
Oh,
You're doing a lot of things all over yourself today.
Well, that's all I ever do.
jizzing and shitting.
Jizzing and
That's why we
shitting
need- yep.
and pissing and grinning.
Thanks for playing. All right, so that's Sequence Break was not for me. If you like Cronenberg, if you like a little bit more arty, like having a kind of follow along kind of movie, you might be into this. If you like the two leads from John Dies at the End, you'll like this. Even though I didn't. So maybe that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You
Wasn't
might like
for me.
this.
Wasn't for me.
Why is it called Sequence Break?
Something to do with hacking like a video game.
Okay.
I think.
Was that me?
That's me.
Oh.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, I got a gun.
A James gun?
Amy's got a gun.
Our cars are being stretched out as we speak.
As we speak. Clutch them pearls. We're gonna shoot just 3 people today because Mike B won't be here next weekend. Nerd's got to go do nerd stuff.
Gen Con.
Nerd. I've been to many a Gen Con.
Yeah.
So who's up first? Andy. Movie gun, movie bullet. Let's see if you get shot.
Andy's on first.
You live, Kelley.
God damn it!
Oh, you poor little bird.
You love it. You love it.
You poor bird.
You love having your brains all over.
Guess what you get to watch? It's a Shudder exclusive. It's called Ruin Me.
It looks interesting, though. I've seen the trailer for that.
Oh my!
Yeah, it does look good.
You've piqued my interest.
This looks right up my alley. You'll probably hate it. I don't know.
All right then, never mind.
6 strangers sign up for a slasher movie reenactment.
Yep.
In which they are dropped into the woods and pursued by knife-wielding assassins. But when the body count becomes real, Alexandra must unravel the mystery of who is responsible if she wants to survive the ordeal.
I feel like I could review this right now.
No,
That's called previewing it.
No, I think I could tell you exactly how I'm going to feel about this movie right now.
I'll watch it too, and then we'll have dueling.
We'll have dueling reviews.
I mean, who knows if I will.
Yeah,
But it looks like fun to me.
No, I know.
Ruin
I know.
me. Come on.
You come on.
Ruin
right.
me.
Blast my asshole.
All over my face is what it's called.
It's a slasher movie called Blow Out My Pudendum.
All right.
My pudendo.
Your icky
Nintendo 64.
My pudendo snatch.
It's like we're doing a porner. 2 birds, one
That's a good
stone.
one.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
This week's main attraction is from 2016. Nicholas Winding Refn's. Did I do it right?
Sure.
The Neon Demon. This was starring Elle Fanning, Christina Hendricks, who I've met. Thank you very
Oh, our
much.
co-star. She was so nice to work with. So such a giving actress.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She let you do your own thing.
She
and
smiled at the dog. Keanu Reeves is also in this movie, which is so surprised.
Correct.
You want me to continue? Andy, you picked this film, right?
Yes.
So,
It's to kick off our fame! Exclamation point.
Fame!
Fame, fame, fame.
I want to live forever.
Well, I just have a fascination with movies set in Hollywood because it's perfect for,
It's dork.
it's dork.
It's more like Holly Weird.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think it's just devoid of morality. And
Well, that's certainly how it's presented.
Yeah.
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 and it's just perfect for like horror movies, I think, because to get to the top you have to step on some throats and kill people.
Can I tell you the adjective that jumps to my mind when I watch this movie? The first strong adjective.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is hilarious. I laughed the whole time.
Man, I wish I'd watched it with you.
It
Yeah.
was really funny.
Yeah.
I wish
Really
I could have
funny.
found anything to enjoy.
This is why-
there's stuff to enjoy there.
That's
for
what I
me.
enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
It made me laugh my
Oh.
balls off.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell if it was intentional or not. Sometimes it definitely was. Me and Elise, she'd seen this movie before. She actually saw it when it came out, like at the theater. There's this scene. I'm just gonna throw it out there right now, where Elle Fanning brings her boyfriend Dean to meet the.
Oh, hey there, Dean.
Hey there.
To meet the fashion designer, and he's at dinner, and she's like, "This is Dean," and he looks at him and he goes, "Your name is Bean?" And he's
that
like,
was funny.
"No, Dean." He's like, "Oh, Dean,"
Bean.
and that shit was hilarious. The first time I started cracking up is when Elle Fanning and the two mean girls. This is Darren Aronofsky's Mean Girls. Is how I like to refer to this. They're standing in the bathroom, and the one girl says something to her like, "Well, you've slept with men, haven't you?" And Elle Fanning just looks at her for a second and then goes, "I'm sorry?" What? And she just keeps responding like she's not hearing anyone correctly through the. And I said to Elise, I was like, if she does this the whole movie, I'm going to love it. I really truly hope that everyone else is being the way they are, but she just goes through this movie like a bumpkin, just saying, "Huh?" And she kind of did, and it cracked me up.
Question: were you high?
I don't remember. But it wouldn't have mattered because I really thought it was fucking hilarious. Like, it was so over the top. Everything was just ridiculous and silly and fucking funny.
I watched this a week ago, and honestly, I can't remember. I know I didn't like it.
I
The
don't
whole time I was
Yeah, you hated
complaining. And I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
I remember those two girls at the end just standing there in their funky outfits.
They ate her.
Yeah.
Which I thought was
And then they puked up her eyeball.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
That was a cool moment.
I love that moment. I love when the cougar gets into her room at the hotel.
A literal
Yeah.
cougar, not like
Yeah.
a sexy old lady.
I actually really like Keanu Reeves as the landlord. I thought he was kind of menacing, and that was interesting for him.
He was maybe the only like legitimately.
Do you feel like Elle Fanning, like her character's so frustrating? I do remember. I'm like, she's just constantly just like, what?
That's
I
what's
can't
awesome.
handle that shit.
I loved that.
Wasn't that kind of the point
I
that
think that's
she
the point of the character.
she
She's
even
just-
says that she can't do anything?
yeah, she's thrown into this world. She's 16 years old.
Yeah.
And she's thrown into this world. She's expected to be an adult.
And she's a bumpkin, and it's hilarious.
I have no time for that. I don't want to watch somebody be like, huh, what?
Oh my God.
I can't handle that.
It was
I
the
don't
only
wanna
thing.
watch
It was the thing I liked best about this
Yeah.
movie.
Ellie.
She was fucking funny, and everybody else around her is just like,
What'd you think of Jenna Malone?
which one was she?
She was the one who was trying to.
Not
She
the
was the
Australian
predator.
one.
She's the makeup artist.
She's
Yeah.
the predatory lesbian.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was funny too. They were all funny. It was just so like such caricatures to me that it just I liked it kind of like I didn't hate this movie. I mean, I thought it was stupid, and that there are a lot of movies better than this.
Oh, I didn't hate it. The problem I had, and I was trying to explain this to Andy, was it just didn't have. It had so much going for it for me. Like, I love the score. I actually thought the acting was pretty damn good.
the score was amazing.
And the photography in the movies is out of this
The way
world.
it's shot. He's a good director.
Yeah, and
like he's a good stylistic director.
I haven't seen. I know this is like sacrilege to film nerds, but this is my first reffin' movie.
Well, Drive is
Can you ref and believe it?
Drive is definitely a much more normal movie.
Yeah.
but it's also less interesting.
Well, I wanted to have something to sink my teeth into. Well, I think what I want. I love Starry Eyes.
yeah,
in my
this is
opinion,
very much Starry Eyes
yeah.
is a way better version of this movie.
Yeah, Starry Eyes for me delivered on what I kind of wanted out of this movie.
Exactly. I had that same thought over and over again.
Yeah, so like it was just kind of in that respect, it was disappointing. But there were moments where I'm like, wow, this guy just knows how to use a camera, and the score is great. And then there were a couple of moments where I'm like, oh, maybe they're building to something supernatural that it's gonna pay off.
You don't think there was something
no.
supernatural? Like,
I think
they keep referring to her having a thing. Like, what's her thing?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think there was something like they were trying to?
I think there was something supernatural. I just wanted something more.
Were those girls vampires?
No.
I thought maybe
No.
they were something.
I think that I think the point was that the thing she had was that she wasn't she was just her, and she was just sort of quote unquote innocent, and she had never had any work done, and she wasn't trying to be this thing, and to them that seems supernatural in a town like that.
Yeah.
Where everyone is scrambling and just clawing and like doing whatever it takes to look a certain way, and then they get these people who are just like, ugh. But you know, she's pretty, and to them they just want to eat that energy because they don't have that. You know, it's
it's
a
like
thing
a
they don't have.
commentary on youth in
Exactly.
Hollywood, right? Like the two other models that like are feeding or want to feed or eventually will literally feed off of her, or
Yeah.
they're like talking about all of the work they've had done, and literally they're 20.
Exactly.
And 20 is old and done in the industry. And so what she's got, that thing she's got, is the youth, her virginity, her all of this.
Without trying. Like
Right.
they don't understand, because also she just kind of
Which is why she has to play the way what you love about her.
Yeah.
She has to play because through that whole movie she has to be innocent for them to want to feed off her at the end.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's a cautionary tale too, because they had start at the same point too, but they let themselves get to the point where they would do anything to get to the top.
Well, and the funny thing about that is
And Elle Fanning hasn't yet got to that point.
I don't
And
know.
it's a cautionary tale, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know that those characters ever had the same innocence that Elle Fanning is presented as having. I think that we're supposed to think they got there knowing, like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to move forward. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to be the success. Whereas I think she's just sort of like, this seems like a cool thing. Here I am in Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Like, she doesn't yet have that
she was
climb.
like sliding toward that point where they were.
I think
because she's like buying into her own hype and becoming a different person.
I think you guys are putting more effort into interpreting this film than they put into creating this film.
And agree. No, I agree.
And the reason I don't mean like hard work. I mean storytelling.
No.
And the reason is they shot this movie in sequence and they made it up as they went along, is my understanding.
Well, first of all, I agree with what you're saying because I actually do think this is also a very played out kind of thing.
Oh, it's art. It's an art film. It's not supposed to give us morals or story.
But I do
it's
think
supposed to present. Just look at it, and you take away from
That
it
is
what
so
you
upsetting.
take away from it.
Well,
no, it's the
so
opposite.
upset by
It's
that.
the opposite of manipulation. It's classic artwork. You hang it on the wall. You let people figure it out, and whatever it means to you is what it means. Like, it's the same shit.
I do and don't agree with that. I agree that it is not very deep.
Yeah.
But I do think that the intention was what Mike and Andy were saying. I do think it is this. I mean, that is the basic story of all these Hollywood movies.
Well, yeah.
Is that Hollywood eats youth and corrupts.
Well, at the end, like it literally ate her up and spit her out.
And it's so simple and on the surface that they literally ate her to gain her power. But I also,
or they ate her because they hated her.
I think they ate her. I think that's almost
be
too.
a hater.
I think what
But
you're
what I'm saying is, like, I think if you asked the director and writer of this film the meaning, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's an interview out there where he just lays it out, I haven't looked, he would say, what do you think it means?
He would say that. But I think saying that they ate her because they hated her is in a weird way. That's almost
rhymes. It has to be right.
That's almost too complicated. I really think it's this basic idea of like we're literally going to take this idea of eating.
That Hollywood
like
spit you out literally.
Yeah, I think that's really what it was. And
it's a joke. Like
it's a joke.
That is like a punchline. Like it'll chew you up and spit you out. They literally chew her up and spit her out.
Yeah.
And if somebody isn't willing to swallow the eyeball, somebody else will.
Exactly. She's
but
weak.
I do think they are vampires.
She's weak for throwing that
but
eyeball.
I also think they're vampires.
They're vampires.
Hollywood vampires.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
always
that
been
Jenna Malone is an alien in this.
What's funny about
That's
you
my
saying
theory.
that is that reminds me of Tommy Wiseau saying maybe Johnny is vampire, which also makes me laugh because this movie reminded me of The Room so much.
Yeah.
Just like the goofy dialogue and shit that just goes away
Except this
and
movie
never
is
comes
beautiful.
back.
Yes. No,
There's
it
a
was
lot of things I liked about The Room.
artistically pretty to look at. Fine. No character behaved in a way that I understand anyone in the real world to behave.
Well, and things.
Well,
just
if I don't have that, I can't get into your world because I don't understand
But it's
it.
not made to be like a real world type movie.
No,
It's,
yeah.
Well, I need
Surreal.
that in my life. Damn it.
I kind of think too that it's visually cold because that's what you're. I genuinely think there was some effort going into the visual. It's visual storytelling.
for sure.
Movie. It is cold for a reason because you can look and it's super pretty, but you're not gonna get anything
You
back.
can't break
that's-
through the icy exterior.
That's what I was saying. I said this is The Room, but with a more with a genuinely talented director and genuinely talented act. Well, I mean, even some of the actors in The Room actually did okay, but with a budget and some ability behind the camera, but ultimately storylines just never come back. Her boyfriend, where'd he go?
Yeah.
This would have functioned better as a coffee table book than a movie. And what I mean by that
maybe.
is
Photographs.
You could take the still photographs of
like,
key
look at these
scenes,
photographs.
but I still
and
felt-
piece together a story from that.
But I still felt the boyfriend role played a part.
He played a part, but then it was like
No, but
the mom's
he
cancer.
still was
Where'd it go?
important to the movie, I think, because
I
he
definitely
was like
have a
the only
boyfriend.
thing that was kind of grounding her, and she tossed him aside.
No, I agree, but then his line just never got tied up. He just was like, well,
It didn't need to be tied up. He was
Well,
just a,
and that would be, if this were storytelling,
he's like
that
a
would be a
stepping stone to
requirement.
tell her. Yeah, it was a stepping stone to tell her story. How she's discarding.
No, but it's not about telling a story.
There is a story. Though.
There is no story
well,
here.
there's an attempt at a story, but it's not told well.
No, it's just the classic Hollywood story of this.
I think you're projecting.
this ingenue trying to get to the top.
I don't think
And
she's
what
trying to do anything.
And what
She's
Hollywood
not.
it does to
Yeah.
a person.
She just shows
She doesn't
up.
change. There's her character doesn't change other than being
It
digested.
does change. She
How
started.
does she change?
Because she started buying into her own hype. What people were telling her, she like got rid of.
How do you
Well,
how do
she-
you know she doesn't feel that way in the beginning?
Well,
She
actually,
doesn't
I'm going to tell
express
you,
it.
she always did feel that way. If you listen, there are points throughout the whole time where they're like, nobody likes the way they look. And she says, I do.
And she does say, "I can't do anything, but I'm pretty, and I know that's worth something."
Yeah, she
and that's in the first act.
She continuously does acknowledge that she's well aware
But then that's
of her.
kind of a metaphor for the whole movie.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty and I can't do anything else. There you go. That
Yeah.
describes the neon demon.
And on top of that, there are parts.
Oh, damn.
See?
But then you have you have the visual movie as the metaphor for what that movie is.
For what
It
she
is
is.
a pretty movie that
That is shallow and empty.
Now, while I do agree with a lot of the camera work being beautiful, there are also some places where I'm like, I can't understand what's happening right now.
They
I
should
can't
have-
see what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Is that a face? Is
You know-
that a vagina? Is that a lasagna? What is that you're showing me?
Pussy or meat?
Like, it
what
could
is
be a
the
face.
neon-
Could be a spaceship.
What is the neon demon?
It's that triangle.
You know they're releasing a Criterion collection that's just a steel case of this with a blonde wig on it.
What does the title mean?
It's the neon demon. It's the thing that
It's
sucks
a
you in.
demon,
It's I don't know.
no,
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it just means
Okay.
it's like postmodernism.
They show that triangle
Weird
made of
for the sake of
neon.
being
I think
weird.
that's supposed to be the demon.
You know what I mean?
you know what?
Go ahead. No, I was just going to make
Hilarious.
Did anybody? Well,
Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with some pretension now and then.
No, it's fine. Pretension's
I like it.
okay. That's what movies are for. Pretending.
I just
Love what you
this-
love, man.
I just love
I'm not here to
these
yuck
type-
your yum.
I just like these type of movies where it's like dreamy.
Yeah.
It's hallucinogenic. You can put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
And I just got lost in the movie because visually I liked it a lot, and I just like how they told like a classic story in a different way.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I mean, I didn't hate, again, it sounds like I hated the movie.
No.
I hated it as a story or as it trying to actually actively make a statement, but as like something I could meditate on while I'm watching it. It's very effective. Like, it's so beautiful. Even when it's at its lowest stupid point story wise, I'm still like, I could just relax into the movie and just enjoy it that way.
Well, and this is where I think it is interesting and it is up for interpretation because you took that away, you took what you took away, you took what you took away, and I felt like it was trying to be funny. Like, it felt deliberate to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny. So
I feel like
think
you
it's
left me out of that.
well, because you haven't said anything other than you hated it.
It's fuck this movie.
So you didn't get anything
Nothing
out of it.
happened.
Well, no, I agree.
And everybody behaved weird.
Let me include
And I don't know what I was supposed to do with any of it.
Let me include Amy in that, and Amy
hated
took
it.
away from it that nothing happened.
And I feel like somebody's listening to the show right now going, dumb bitch. Listen.
Amy.
Somebody's saying about that
But
at
you-
everybody at one point because we're all dumb bitches.
I'm
To
very
someone,
smart.
we're all
Yeah.
dumb.
But
what
I-
do you think we are? I mean, you interpret us as stupid or
Yeah,
not.
I'm not a dumb bitch. I'm a stupid cunt.
Now, Amy,
There's a difference.
I'm gonna sit down with you for a minute because normally, like, I don't like movies where everybody's just weird for the sake of being weird, and like, there's this. I'm not a huge fan of most surreal movies. I mean, I do like some, but this one just tickled me.
It tickled your pickle.
It just tickled me. I laughed
Yeah.
throughout.
Well, I think that everybody's acting weird because they think Hollywood's a phony town. Everybody's
No, but
putting on
still, people still have
a
normal
front.
conversations.
Well,
That might be all surface and
what-
fake, but they're still saying, "How are you today?" Well, I'm good. I'm
I
going to
think-
react
But
to
this
you.
is like an exaggerated version of what he sees
and you're
Hollywood
really
is.
you're keying into I think what the whole movie it is superficial. It's super
completely
pretty.
superficial.
It's super pretty, and they're doing disgusting things in a super pretty way, and you're compelled to continue to watch because of it's pretty. And if you don't, you're not compelled to see it. It's because you're looking for the depth, and
Right.
that's what they're trying.
And they're
There is
not
no
actresses.
depth.
They're models.
Man, I feel like my mind just exploded.
Take this too to build on what you just said. They're models, not actresses. So they're just supposed to be looked at.
Right.
They're not supposed to be figured out or understood. They're just
Do you remember when Megan Fox like hit the scene and she made that quote, or she had that quote on whatever show about? I think she was on like some talk show talking about Transformers, and she was just supposed to look pretty and and then basically it took her totally out of it, and then we learned later she was actually has some acting chops, and she was fun in Jennifer's Body.
Yeah,
right. I get that right.
Yeah.
So I think that's the idea of it, is like it's the depth. I can look at something pretty. But if you go in a Sports Illustrated magazine and you're looking at these pretty things and you're looking for depth, you're not going to find it there. But for some reason, you might be compelled to continue flipping through that magazine.
Exactly.
I find beauty kind of boring.
Sure. And there you go. And I think that's legit.
And that's why it doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
And I think the midpoint between what you and Andy are saying, these are not characters. There are no characters in this movie. They are like extreme projections of this simple, basic, cliche idea. You want characters, and you get what they're trying to say in this like extreme way.
I'm gonna stab you.
I'm more
on the top of your head.
You know,
I get art.
The movie this reminded me of it in a different. Just the story is
Billy Madison.
Is the short story. It reminded me of Billy. I'm back to school. Prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
Miss Libby's eating paste.
Yeah.
I've never seen Billy Madison.
Oh,
either.
that's a movie.
My God.
That might be my podcaster's choice.
I
clean the hair.
Is Dumplings the short? I've never seen the long extended version, but do you remember?
It's like
it's very much like Dumplings.
But that's like a classic story, like Elizabeth Bathory, like she's bathed in blood to stay young.
Yeah,
it's like another trope of like Hollywood and staying
all those
young.
Hollywood bitches out there putting baby foreskins on their faces.
Yeah, they got.
I had a baby foreskin on my foot.
Like Kim Kardashian had that vampire facial where they injected blood in her face, so she's like literally a vampire now.
Holy shit!
Sucking her life away from Kanye.
Wait, hold on a second.
Count Kardashian?
I don't know if she could literally be a vampire.
Is this true?
Yeah, there's this facial where you get facial
blood facial.
She's had all kinds of facials.
Sonia Morgan on Real Housewives of New York gets the gold facial.
There's got to be a semen facial.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
there was a princess that like used to bathe in
semen.
Yeah,
semen.
So she really did that.
Yeah.
That can't be healthy.
Fair to say that there's semen on your hands right now?
That's from Trial and Error.
That's a Trial and Error, Joe.
Trial and Error, by the way, if you're not watching. I know we didn't say this actually on air.
That is more fun.
It's so much fun. Watch Trial and Error.
Do you like NBC. Trial and Error more than the Neon Demon?
I like them on different levels.
Oh, yeah? You would say they're different?
I enjoy both, Amy.
Andy's complicated, all right?
He's smart enough to handle
all depth.
I'm not trying levels and layers. He's like an onion. And, when it comes to movies, for me, I'm extremely shallow. I want no layers. I want one layer.
I like a parfait.
I disagree with that, Amy. I do not think you're shallow, and I think the kinds of things you like have a certain way of being told, and they can have layers. I just think this is not your bag.
Yeah, you read big, thick novels. Thick, hard novels.
Thick AF. THICC.
Hard novels.
Yeah, thick with two C's.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like dumb shit too.
Oh no, I know.
But I like pretentious shit too.
I know you love that Wes Anderson.
Yeah, and you
shit.
like dumb and pretentious shit, like the Neon Demon.
I love Wes Anderson. I don't think he's pretentious.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think that comes from a genuine place.
I love Lars von Trier.
Yeah. Oh, I love Wes Anderson too.
Yeah.
I do not like Lars von Trier on any level. That's gross. But
as a friend.
But I know what I'm picking for my next podcaster's choice.
Oh God,
bitch!
I think what you just said is right. It's dumb and what was the other thing you said?
And pretentious.
Yeah,
dumb and pretentious.
That's exactly
that's
what
my
the
review.
Was.
It's going to be on the Steelbook with the blonde wig,
and I can
front.
I can see why you would
Engraved.
enjoy it on any of these levels.
Yeah.
Like
nobody's so funny,
and nobody's right or wrong. Everybody just has different opinions.
Of course, it's art. It's subjective. Obviously.
Sometimes there's a right and wrong, but in this case, everyone is right.
Subjectively stupid,
and everybody's wrong too.
This was definitely a movie where it is completely up. I feel like this movie, depending on what your opinion of this movie was, it kind of like gives people an insight into who you are.
Yeah. Huh. No, I think that's true. I think I was not surprised when Andy said he loved it because I was like, I can see the through line through other things you like, that makes sense. I'm sure you guys knew right away I was going to hate this.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did. We said it. We went
Yeah.
out to smoke, and I was like, "Oh, Amy is gonna
Yeah.
fucking."
I can't remember.
this
Did you like Starry Eyes?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
not very surreal. I mean,
Well,
that's
it's still pretty weird. It's
No, it's
still a
still-
weird
it's-
movie.
There's
more
some weird in it, but it's
Yeah.
more grounded.
It's more straight up.
it's a narrative.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Starry Eyes. This is just.
It'd be a
Starry
good
Eyes
double
surprise?
feature.
And Mike, I wasn't sure how you were going to feel about it.
Yeah.
And Kelley, I wasn't sure about you. I figured Freddie would be on board.
I knew Freddie was gonna. I knew you were gonna kind of have
Yeah.
this feeling too, and I think what you said about it being a coffee table book, it felt like a kid's book. It felt like 12. It felt like 12 big, colorful pages.
Yeah.
Where the lesbians train a
With,
raper.
with like a very
know,
like
for
a
kids.
story
Yeah.
boiled down to like just big, like today, blah blah and blah blah meet Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Elle Fanning is pretty.
I've
Turn
never
the
seen-
page.
Yeah.
They are also pretty, but don't think they are.
I
Turn
never
the
seen
page.
it. Yeah.
Wicked
This-
Stepsisters, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a children's book with necrophilia in it.
This
Oh.
movie to me was a lot like
I'll
Schindler's
show you
List.
some.
Oh
It
my
was like
god.
what, Mike?
I
just-
like Schindler's List.
I got a hot-
and that
yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
the experience, but I never need to do it again.
Oh, I
Oh.
feel that way about a lot of movies
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Same with Requiem for a Dream.
Well, there.
Ooh. I need a shower after you said that.
I have a hot
Ass
take on
to
the Neon
ass.
Demon before we wrap this
yes,
up.
hurry up.
hot take.
Oh my god, what if it is a Cinderella story? Two evil, ugly stepsisters,
Mhm.
a fairy godmother,
Ah.
Jenna Malone's character. Oh my god.
Why do you call her a fairy?
And then remember when Cinderella got eaten?
Mm-hmm.
And then they threw up her
Well,
eyeball.
the birds pecked out Cinderella's stepsister's eyes in the
Yeah.
original story.
Yeah,
The
original
birds
fairy tale.
came in and
And they
pecked
like
it out.
Yeah.
and to try to get fit into the slipper, they started hacking off toes.
Yeah, just like they're getting
Yeah.
plastic surgery to look more like her.
I think there's a lot of things that got thrown into this, and I think there are a lot of
Did you
things.
say God threw this in?
I think God threw
This
a
is a
lot of
God
things.
moment.
God was
into
one of
this
us.
that got thrown in.
Yeah.
But I think it is one of those movies that it's so like weirdly it's so cliche that you can sit and like dig into it for hours and try and find these things, and you could probably apply almost any fairy tale to this. Like, oh, it's kind of like
Mr.
Little
Toad's
Mermaid.
Wild Ride.
Hansel and Gretel, or like, or you can apply a lot of things.
Aesop's Fables.
Yeah, I think you can apply almost
So it's a
anything
tale
to
of
it.
time.
Uncle Remus.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
like
it's a
when
story
you're
of Brer
riding
Rabbit and
Goofy's-
Brer Fox.
Yeah.
It's like when you're writing Goofy's Barnstormer.
Barnstormer,
right?
ups
You
and
know,
downs.
It's just like it. All right. It's like you've ridden Magic Carpets of Aladdin 5 times in a row, which I did and did not puke. Thank you very much.
I think I was high when I watched this,
That
Yeah, I
sounds
think
about
so
right.
too.
but it was really I enjoyed it. It was
I
so
love being
fucking
high.
funny.
Oh, you mean watching the movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I just want to say I love Keanu Reeves in this role because it was so different than what he normally does.
I agree with you on
Well,
that.
I think when
absolutely.
Keanu Reeves is just not trying to be charming, or like I think that's why I loved him in Constantine.
Yeah.
I think when he's just like when he can just be sort of blank faced and aggressive, I think that's when he's at his best.
Yeah. He's big too.
Yeah,
Has he
is
gotten
big.
a lot bigger? He's swole.
Yeah, he got tall.
Yeah.
He's swole. Am
He
I
shot up-
using that right?
He shot up 6 inches over the summer.
He's all grown up.
All right, everybody.
All right, well, we got some Beelzy Beebs.
We got some Beelzy Beebs. As I'm pulling that list up right now, what's up for next week?
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah,
Great movie.
That's basically what I wrapped this whole month around because I've always wanted to do that movie.
Yeah.
And I just like, hey, what theme can we can?
Is that the
fit
play
this
we saw
in?
that one time?
Yeah.
That's good because that's a movie I already know I like. I'll be
But
excited to
we're
rewatch
actually
it.
doing the Broadway show. So,
We have
We're
to
gonna need to
travel.
get tickets and fly to New York.
We're doing the
Back in
Matt
time.
Parker and Trey Stone, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone version.
Matt Parker, Tristan.
They don't have anything to do with South Park. That's a whole different
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
crew.
gonna talk about the Broadway show just a little bit next week. So just be prepared. I'm gonna fag out a little bit.
Oh my God, Andy. No.
Well, he can say that.
I guess. All right. Our Beelzebubs. These are our babies that are Beelzebubs on our Patreon, and they get They are producers of this show, and so we say their names. Say my name, bitch!
Say my name. Say my name.
Kelly's ding dong's making a lot of noise.
Jeremy and Cassie. Jeremy, I hope you're healing up all right.
Yeah, he
Cassie,
got sliced open.
I hope he's not too annoying in his healing process.
Hey.
Shut up. I've been there. Amanda.
Hi, baby girl.
Dale. Mandy.
Do you want me to just repeat their names?
But in a funny accent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're running like long, so.
Amanda.
Adam.
Amanda. Adam.
Brooke. Ernest.
Annie.
Albert.
Out of bed.
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex.
Brandon Boone.
Brandon Bone.
Bill.
Bill.
Blake. Mark. Alice.
Mwah.
All right, so those are our babies.
You offended so many people doing those accents.
I know. They were all kinds of different alien species.
Albert was my favorite.
I went non-ethnic
You
with
did good
all
on
of them.
Sure.
Hey, Bill.
Wait, did any of them actually sound like ethnicities?
In my mind, they did.
God, you're the worst.
That's 'cause
Well, it's up
that's
for interpretation.
You take away
That's
what you want to
me.
take away from it.
Remember that your perspective creates your reality.
Your
It
experiences.
is not true.
Perspective is
Always.
faster than reality.
Get back to reality, yo, mom spaghetti. Whoops, mom spaghetti.
He should open a restaurant.
Should mom spaghetti.
Beautiful.
M&M's mom spaghetti.
Excuse me, what do you have here? Read the damn sign. You got burgers?
Hey, lose yourself. He should do a commercial like a local Detroit style, like, hey, come on down, lose yourself in mom spaghetti. Detroit's best spaghetti. Don't miss your chance to blow.
Oh, I don't know, because I can see the uniforms now. They're just hoodies.
Yeah. It's
Brilliant.
Eminem in like a loud Mayor Vaughn type suit doing the commercial.
And he can serve M&Ms for dessert.
He's got M&M's for dessert. And
M&M Sunday.
they show the phone number at the bottom and it's flashing so you can call to reserve.
You can call to reserve a table.
It's,
All right,
it's
great.
under Stan.
Yes, I have a reservation under Stan, but no one has confirmed it. Can someone please confirm my reservation under Stan?
Located just across 8 Mile.
Were you going to contribute a pun?
I was going to do the 8 Mile joke. Kelly got there
You
first.
son of a
It's
bitch.
from both. We'll say it's from both of us.
Well, all I got to this.
Try our Spicy's mom spaghetti. You're gonna love the way it burns.
We can both sign the card.
That's more current. You like that? That was a
Andy,
little.
did you have one?
What was the last line? Like, damn, it was you the told. Was it?
It was you the whole time.
Yeah, was that the line?
You
I
know,
don't know. Who cares?
the guy who played Stan in the music video is going to be at Whorehound. I think.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Devin Sawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because he was Stan? No. Or is it because he sent something else?
It's in a lot of other
I'm
stuff.
gonna have him
Okay.
sign Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah, you should.
All right, everybody. Well, this was great. Thanks so much for
I don't
coming.
know how you sign spaghetti,
It's not even the song he's part of.
but he's in the M&M universe.
Can you write the word Haley on this? Just write the word Haley on this picture of Dido, please.
I hope you had fun. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed.